In a fully integrated and sustainable maritime ecosystem, all organic waste, including human feces and urine, is carefully collected and processed. Through advanced biological filtration systems, the solid residues are separated from the liquids. The solid waste undergoes a controlled composting process, transforming into high-quality organic fertilizer used to enrich soil-based gardens on board or even floating agricultural platforms. The liquid waste, primarily urine, passes through multi-stage biofilters composed of sand, activated carbon, and specialized microbial layers that purify the water without the need for chemical additives. After this process, the clean water is redirected into large aquaculture systems where fish are cultivated. These fish, in turn, produce natural nutrients in their environment, supporting the growth of nutrient-absorbing algae. The algae not only help in maintaining water quality but are also harvested as a food source for both fish and humans, closing another critical loop of the system. Meanwhile, an area dedicated to beekeeping ensures the health of vital pollinators, who support the small-scale fruit and vegetable crops grown on board, thanks to the organic fertilizers derived from the initial waste treatment. All of this takes place on large, autonomous ships that serve as mobile, self-sustaining biospheres. These vessels are designed to operate independently for long periods, recycling nearly all waste and using renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and wave energy. By combining human ingenuity with the regenerative power of nature, this system represents a complete, closed-loop cycle where nothing is wasted, and every element contributes to the balance and survival of the floating ecosystem. Across a sprawling archipelago of self-navigating biosphere ships, every gram of organic matter, human waste, kitchen scraps, plant trimmings, is prized as feedstock for an all-encompassing regenerative loop. Solids flow into thermophilic bioreactors where microbes accelerate composting and yield humus that enriches hydroponic towers, aeroponic beds, and medicinal plant plots. Urine is pumped through multi-stage columns of sand, activated carbon, zeolite, ceramic membranes, and bacterial biofilms that strip toxins and transform ammonia into crop-ready nitrate, sending crystal-clear water to vast aquaculture tanks where tilapia, shrimp, and bivalves flourish, excreting nutrients that fuel dense spirulina and chlorella cultures. These algae further polish the water, sequester CO, release oxygen, serve as protein-rich feed for fish and crew, and become bioplastic feedstock for onboard 3D printers. Meanwhile, a share of the solid fertilizer is pelletized to nourish vertical farms where tomatoes, herbs, and tropical fruit ripen beneath spectrally tuned LEDs powered by solar arrays, retractable wind turbines, and wave energy converters, while enclosed apiaries house bees that pollinate micro-orchards, supply therapeutic honey, and provide wax for emergency candles. Biogas from anaerobic digesters is refined into biomethane to augment hydrogen fuel cells, and waste heat from electric drives warms the bioreactors, sealing energetic symmetries. Reverse osmosis desalination units secure fresh water, algal towers scrub airborne microparticles, and AI overseers continually balance nutrient, light, and airflow streams to keep the living system in homeostasis. Every surplus, from algal biomass to scientific telemetry, is offloaded via drone skiffs to partner ports, feeding external biofertilizer chains and educational programs on circular design. In this way, technology and biology braid into a closed cycle where nothing is discarded, everything is repurposed, and the vessel itself becomes a living laboratory that proves humanity, aquatic fauna, flora, and pollinators can thrive indefinitely without land, igniting a new era of regenerative coexistence between civilization and the planet. Building upon this living laboratory concept, the fleet's architecture is modular and scalable. Each 200-meter-long vessel features interchangeable, ecopods, self-contained habitat and processing modules that can be swapped out at deep-sea docking hubs to tailor production capacity for specific missions. A biometric crew of 20 to 30 scientists, engineers, farmers, and mariners is supported by robotics and AI. Autonomous rovers navigate decks to monitor plant health, underwater drones inspect hull integrity and marine life interactions, and predictive algorithms adjust nutrient dosing, light spectra, and circulation rates in real time to preempt imbalances. Structural hulls combine lightweight composite materials infused with biocement, grown from marine microorganisms, that self-repair minor damage and sequester carbon dioxide into stable mineral form. Power management integrates decentralized microgrids. Floating photovoltaic arrays tethered to gyroscopic energy storage units feed variable current turbines. Excess electricity drives seawater electrolysis to produce green hydrogen for long-haul propulsion or emergency backup. An embedded sensor network tracks over 200 parameters: temperature gradients, pH, dissolved oxygen, microbial community shifts, waste stream composition, feeding a digital twin that simulates future states and optimizes resource allocation. Zero-emission watercraft shuttles and submersible modules form a supply chain bubble, allowing vertical integration with coastal research stations and offshore wind farms, enabling data and material exchange without breaking the regenerative loop. Governance is democratic and transparent. Voyage plans, experiment data, and energy balance sheets are published on an open-source platform, inviting worldwide collaboration on new bioengineering protocols, climate resilience strategies, and sustainable livelihoods. By continuously refining bioreactor strains, crop varieties, and waste treatment algorithms, the project evolves organically, demonstrating a blueprint for permanent human presence on water, or even in extraterrestrial oceans, where every subsystem feeds another in a perpetual symphony of life, technology, and planetary stewardship. On deck, modular ecopods serve as interchangeable mission modules. 1 week, a pharmaceutical research lab; the next, an educational outreach center broadcasting live lessons on circular economy; later, a coral reef restoration unit deploying engineered larvae. These pods dock at deep-sea harbors or connect via autonomous submersible shuttles to offshore wind farms, allowing seamless exchange of supplies, data, and personnel without breaking the biosphere's closed-loop integrity. The crew, 20 to 30 people drawn from marine biology, engineering, agronomy, robotics, and data science, work alongside robotic assistants. Autonomous rovers crawl through hydroponic racks to inspect leaf health. Underwater drones patrol the hull and study marine life interactions. AI vision systems detect early signs of disease or stress in plants and animals. Predictive maintenance algorithms schedule repairs, while biocement hull panels grown from marine microorganisms self-repair minor damage and lock away carbon permanently as mineral deposits. Governance is transparent and collaborative. All operational logs, energy balance sheets, experimental results, and voyage plans are published to an open-source platform, inviting scientists, designers, and students worldwide to propose protocol improvements. Citizen scientists analyze real-time telemetry to develop new bioreactor strains, test resilient crop varieties, or refine waste treatment algorithms. Monthly digital convoys connect the fleet virtually with coastal partners, research stations, universities, NGOs, forming a global network of regeneration. Educational modules broadcast 24/7 interactive content. Children learn about nutrient cycles by watching composting in action. Engineers study AI control loops. Policymakers explore scalable models for climate resilience. Every success and failure is logged. Every lesson amplifies the project's evolution. Over time, these vessels become seedbeds for innovation, breeding portable systems for desert agriculture, Arctic biospheres, or even extraterrestrial habitats. Throughout, the project remains anchored by 4 core principles: circularity, resilience, adaptability, and openness. Circularity ensures that every waste stream becomes an input for another subsystem. Resilience emerges from modular design, diversified production, and redundancy in energy and food sources. Adaptability thrives through AI-driven optimization and a culture of continuous experimentation. Openness fosters global collaboration, democratizing access to data and empowering communities to replicate or improve the model. By the end of this 10-minute journey, you'll see that this fleet of floating biospheres is not science fiction but a blueprint for our next evolutionary leap. Whether sustaining coastal cities during climate upheaval, providing food security in remote regions, or enabling long-distance ocean exploration, These vessels prove that human ingenuity and natural processes can intertwine in perfect harmony. In a world facing resource scarcity and environmental crisis, this closed-loop maritime society lights a path toward regeneration, where nothing is wasted, everything is nurtured, and life circulates in endless symphony between technology and the living planet. Thanks